Let's consider the masses of the leptons using as our starting point in the composition the generic electron, which will be essentially the middle generation muon. And so here we have the muon, since we have a boson 0 here, the combinatorial value of 0 making no contribution to the system. So, as predicted, we have 200 electron units for the muon composition. We have no compositional value on the scalar boson, and the total compositional value is given only by the -3 on the generic electron. Here we have a generic electron, or muon, giving us 200 electron units. And then we have a boson plus, which will invert the particle within the generation, giving us the muon neutrino. And again, since we have only the combinatorial value of the generic electron contributing to the overall combinatorial value, then the scalar boson will make no contribution to the mass. It will not be a mass factor. And so we have 125 hundred thousandths of an electron unit. Now, in this particular case, if we look over here, we'll see that we now have on the scalar boson a compositional value of 2. And so we have a minus times a positive, which means we should have a decrease in the mass given by the mass factor on the scalar boson. And so the muon gives us 200, or the generic electron, and we get a division by 200, which will give us a mass of 1. And so that this composition is seen to be the composition of the electron. And here, again, the electron giving us 200 units, 200 electron units for the mass. And now we have a scalar boson plus, which will convert the electron to the muon to a muon neutrino, and then give a division. And so let's see. So now we can see that the mass of the electron neutrino is quite small compared to the electron. It is 625 hundred millionths of an electron volt. Quite a considerable difference, even compared to the other fractional units of the muon neutrino, of course, and the tau neutrino. And we will find that this, as previously noted, the mass factor between the charged and uncharged particle, or the uncharged leptons, will be 160,000 electron units. And so in this case, this value of 625 millions is the reciprocal of 160,000 electron units. So again, this schema is giving us mass values which are comparable to the ones that are predicted by the standard model. Of course, as far as the neutrino values are concerned, we only know that they don't exceed the upper bound for the sums. And the other values are speculative based on the model as it is configured.